Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're looking at something really fundamental, something that shapes our lives from the inside out, karma.
hmm It's a concept that, well, it comes up a lot, but maybe its depth isn't always grasped.
Exactly. So we want to explore what this ancient idea from Buddhist philosophy really means. And maybe more importantly, how understanding it can be a real path for positive change in your life.
Right. It's about taking this timeless wisdom and seeing how it fits, how it can enrich our modern lives, our understanding.
So our mission today, if you like, is to really get to the heart of karma, what it is, how it works, maybe beneath the surface, and how you can use that understanding.
To actively cultivate more of what you want, essentially, less of what you don't.
Okay, let's start with, well, an image came to mind. A karma mirror.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Not reflecting, your physical appearance, but more like reflecting back your actions, your words, even your thoughts.
A mirror is powerful, isn't it? Because it implies a direct reflection, though maybe not always instant or obvious. It makes you think about those unseen consequences.
Right. And it's crucial to get this part. It's not some cosmic judge handing out rewards and punishment.
No, not at all. It's not a scoreboard in the sky.
It's much more about natural cause and effect.
Yeah.
Everything we put out there, kindness, negativity, the intention behind things, it creates ripples.
And those ripples eventually shape our reality, our experience.
I like thinking of it as a garden too. If you plant seeds of kindness, you'll probably harvest kindness.
But if you're planting anger or resentment,
Mhm.
then the harvest reflects that too.
And the empowering part is we are the gardeners. We get to choose the seeds.
That's a key point. We have agency. And sometimes that mirror or that garden shows us things we planted without even realizing it, like habits of self-criticism.
Yeah, those unconscious patterns. And seeing that reflection, even if it's uncomfortable, it's actually really valuable feedback, isn't it?
Absolutely. Discomfort isn't failure, it's information. It's like an invitation saying, hey, maybe look at this area.
It prompts that deeper look, that reflection. Okay, this is what I've been cultivating. What do we want to cultivate now?
Precisely. It highlights where maybe our actions, words, or even thoughts are a bit out of sync with what we truly value.
I remember reading about this executive, Sarah. Super successful on the outside, career, money, family, but inside, just feeling empty, anxious.
You see that sometimes.
And she spoke to a monk, kind of bewildered, like, why am I so unhappy when I've worked so hard? And the monk just asked her, what seeds have you been planting?
Wow. That cuts right through, doesn't it? Straight to the core.
It really made her stop and think. She realized her drive had cost her relationships. She spoke harshly. She was really hard on herself. Those were the seeds.
And the stress, the relationship problems, that inner ache, those were the ripples.
Exactly. It shows how it's all connected, work, home, inner thoughts. It's not separate.
But the story doesn't end there, does it?
No, and this is the hopeful part. She started making small changes, being more present, practicing gratitude, choosing kinder words, kinder self-talk.
Small, intentional shifts.
Yeah, and slowly, things began to change. Relationships improved, anxiety lessened, she found more purpose. It's a great reminder that transformation is always possible.
It really is. That human capacity for change, for consciously shifting our direction, it's incredible. Even with seemingly heavy past stuff, like Milarepa's story too.
Right, we'll get to him later.
Yeah.
So for anyone listening, maybe ask yourself, what's your karma mirror showing you right now? Are there patterns of joy or areas feeling stuck?
And remember, it's feedback, not a final verdict. Like you said, it's a roadmap.
Yeah, a map showing where attention might be needed. Think about past choices, big and small, and how they might be playing out now.
What patterns could be broken, what habits changed, what relationships need healing.
Because karma isn't fixed, is it? It's fluid. Like water taking the shape of its container, our lives can reshape based on our intentions and actions.
That fluidity gives us so much agency, moment to moment.
Now, Buddhist teachings often talk about the three bodies of karma: actions, speech, and mind. Let's unpack those a bit.
Okay.
First, the body of actions, our physical deeds, how they impact the world. You know that saying, even the smallest act of kindness
Can create waves of positive change.
Yeah. It makes you ask, are my actions generally lining up with the kind of life I want?
Are we helping or harming, consciously or unconsciously?
Being mindful of even seemingly small actions?
Then the body of speech. Words have incredible power, don't they, to build up or tear down.
Absolutely. The Buddha talked about right speech, truthful, kind, constructive.
So what's the impact of our words? Are they mostly creating connection or conflict? It's It's worth thinking about.
It's about using our voice as a tool for good, essentially.
And the third one, the body of mind. This feels like the root. Our thoughts are the seeds of karma.
Yes, the starting point. This is where mindfulness becomes so crucial. Being aware of thoughts before they become words or actions. Choosing which thoughts to, like water and nurture. Remember the Dalai Lama saying about compassion.
If you want happiness for others, practice compassion. If you want it for yourself, practice compassion. It starts in the mind.
It really does. Cultivating those positive, compassionate thoughts feels foundational.
And when we start aligning these three actions, speech, mind, with our best intentions, well, that's when we really start rewriting our story, taking the reins. That alignment brings coherence, inner values matching outer expression.
And that brings us to the ripple effect again, that pebble in the pond idea.
Everything sends out waves.
Touching others in ways we might never know. Kindness sparking kindness. Negativity spreading too. It just highlights that interconnectedness.
That web of life. We aren't islands. Our choices matter beyond just us.
Which is, well, it's humbling, but also really empowering, you know? We can actually contribute positively to the whole thing.
Definitely. And it's fascinating how these ancient ideas connect with modern understanding.
Right, like psychology showing gratitude rewires the brain, or how negative self-talk digs deeper grooves of inadequacy. That feels very karmic.
It does. Or even concepts like the law of attraction, the focus on intention shaping reality. There are clear parallels with how karma emphasizes the power of our mental state.
So it's not just ancient philosophy. It resonates with things we're learning now.
It suggests some fundamental truths about how mind and action shape experience.
Okay, so for someone listening thinking, right, this makes sense, but my life is busy, how do I actually do this? What are some practical first steps?
Good question. Well, one really simple but powerful thing is practicing gratitude daily.
Just noticing the good things.
Yeah, actively acknowledging them, maybe even writing down 3 things each day, however small. It shifts focus from lack to abundance.
I like that. Okay, what else?
Second, consciously choose kindness over criticism. Towards yourself, too, not just others.
That's a big one. Self-kindness.
What we put out tends to come back. Aiming for a compassionate response, even when it's hard, helps break negative cycles.
Makes sense. And a third one.
Be mindful of your thoughts. Just start paying attention to that inner chatter. Notice the negative loops without judging yourself for having them.
And then maybe gently reframe or replace them.
Exactly. Acknowledge it, then gently guide your mind towards something more constructive. Simple affirmations can help.
These feel doable. Gratitude, kindness, mindful thoughts. Not huge overhauls, but small, consistent shifts.
And those small shifts compound. That's where the real transformation happens over time. Consistent cultivation.
So we've looked in the karma mirror. Now let's talk about actively transforming that reflection. Gaining awareness is step one, but the power lies in knowing we can influence what that mirror shows next.
This is the exciting part, isn't it? Moving from understanding to action, becoming agents of change in our own lives.
And really grasping that karma isn't fixed. It's alive, evolving. And maybe it's less about what happens to us and more about how we respond.
That's a crucial distinction. We don't always control events, but we always control our inner response. Cultivating wisdom and compassion in response to challenges shapes our karma profoundly.
You mentioned Milarepa earlier. His story is incredible here. He did some really harmful things early on, driven by revenge.
A very difficult past.
But then he had this realization, the weight of his actions hit him, and he threw himself into spiritual practice, eventually reaching enlightenment.
It's such a powerful example that even really heavy negative karma can be purified, transformed.
It offers so much hope, right?
Yeah.
We can't change the past, but the present moment holds immense power. Every moment is a chance to choose differently. Love, forgiveness, growth.
Each moment a new beginning. The past shapes us, sure, but it doesn't have to dictate the future. Our choices right now are the seeds for what's next.
Now, the Four Noble Truths, they're central. And they aren't just philosophy, they're like practical steps for this transformation.
Absolutely. A roadmap for understanding suffering and finding the path out, which is deeply tied to transforming karma.
So the first truth, suffering exists. Life has challenges, dissatisfaction, pain. And a lot of it comes from clinging to things that are impermanent.
Just acknowledging that reality, that dukkanta, helps loosen the grip of attachment, doesn't it? Accepting that challenges are part of life.
Yeah. Then the second truth, the cause of suffering. It points to craving, aversion, ignorance, those deep patterns, like seeking external validation constantly, or resisting change.
Identifying those roots or desires, our pushing away, our misunderstandings, that's key to breaking free from the cycles they create, requires real honesty with ourselves.
Third truth, the end of suffering is possible. We can transcend it through awareness, through letting go. Not avoiding difficulty, but navigating it with more inner peace.
That possibility offers huge hope. It points to our potential for inner freedom.
And fourth, the path to the end of suffering. The eightfold path. This is a detailed map, right? Right view, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, concentration.
It's a complete guide for living ethically, wisely, cultivating mental discipline. Each part supports the others, creating this upward spiral that purifies karma.
And what's encouraging is it's about progress, not perfection. Just taking small steps towards greater awareness, more ethical living. That's planting the good seeds.
Exactly. Progress over perfection. Every intentional step counts. It's a gradual unfolding.
And mindfulness, we keep coming back to it. It feels like the master key for breaking old karmic habits.
Yeah.
That present moment awareness without judgment.
It is foundational. Mindfulness creates that pause, that space between stimulus and reaction where we can choose a wiser, kinder response instead of just repeating old patterns.
So with thoughts, we can notice the "I'm not good enough" story starting up.
And observe it like a cloud passing, question it rather than instantly believing it and acting from that place.
And same with emotions. See anger arise, feel it, but not be swept away by it.
Observe its impermanent nature. Feel it without needing to act on it impulsively. This stops reinforcing negative cycles.
Which leads to more intentional action. Using that mindful pause to ask, will this action or these words help? Will they contribute positively?
That simple inquiry can change everything. It aligns our actions with our deeper values.
It's amazing how paying attention can be so transformative. And it's great that science is catching up, showing the benefits for stress, emotions, well-being.
The convergence is powerful. It validates these ancient practices for modern life.
You also mentioned rituals creating sacred space for change, like morning meditation or evening reflection. How do they help transform karma?
Rituals give structure and intention to our efforts. They carve out dedicated time to cultivate positive states and reinforce our goals.
So a morning meditation, quiet time, focusing on breath, maybe setting an intention like patience.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for the whole day, doesn't it?
It really does. It grounds you, prepares the mental soil for planting those positive seeds throughout the day.
And evening reflection, reviewing the day, not harshly, but compassionately. What went well? Where could I improve? It fosters learning and growth without the guilt trip.
Exactly. Accountability and self-awareness, done gently. Learning from experience to make better choices tomorrow.
And simple acts of generosity, kind words, helping someone, donating, that feels like a direct antidote to negativity.
It absolutely is. Generosity cultivates empathy, connection, and directly plants positive karmic seeds. It benefits everyone involved.
But consistency is key. You stress that. It's the regular practice that makes the difference.
Yes. Like tending a garden, consistent effort yields results. These rituals gradually rewire our habits.
Which ties into neuroplasticity, right? How our brains physically change based on repeated experiences. Practicing gratitude literally strengthens those pathways.
Precisely. Science shows we can consciously rewire our brains for more positive states through consistent practice.
And even the law of attraction, focusing intention, visualizing goals, taking action, it echoes the Buddhist emphasis on intention shaping our karma and reality.
The underlying principle is similar. Our mental focus and purposeful action powerfully influence our experience.
So blending this ancient wisdom with modern science gives us a really holistic toolkit for transformation.
It empowers us on multiple levels, spiritual, psychological, even neurological, a comprehensive path to change.
Okay, to wrap up this part, what are maybe 3 small things someone could start today?
Okay, 1, cultivate gratitude. Just take a moment, maybe right now, to think of 3 things you're grateful for.
Simple. 2,
practice loving kindness or metta. Silently wish yourself well, then extend that wish to others, someone you love, someone neutral, even someone difficult. Just gentle well-wishing.
fosters empathy. Okay, and 3,
Commit to 1 daily act of kindness. Doesn't have to be big. Hold a door, offer a genuine compliment, listen fully to someone, spread a little positivity intentionally.
gratitude, loving kindness, 1 act of kindness. Very doable starting points.
Small seeds, but every choice contributes to the tapestry of our existence, shaping our lives and the world.
So now we get to this turning point, really.
Yeah.
Shifting from seeing karma as something that happens to us to embracing it as a path to liberation.
Yes, it's a profound shift. From feeling like a victim of circumstances to recognizing our role as an architect of our reality, an awakening.
And it makes us confront that question. Is karma punishment or opportunity? Because the default for many is payback.
But the liberating view is that it's not punishment. Challenges aren't cosmic fines, they're lessons. They're opportunities for growth, for wisdom.
The Buddha said suffering comes from ignorance. So understanding karma, seeing the cause and effect, actually unlocks our potential to navigate difficulties better.
Exactly. It helps us see the role our own mindsets and actions play, empowering us to choose more skillfully.
An Ango-limitless story comes back here. The bandit who caused immense harm.
Terrifying figure.
Yet through encountering the Buddha's compassion and his own sincere commitment to change, he transformed completely, attained enlightenment even.
It's such powerful proof that redemption is always possible. No past is too dark to prevent transformation.
So for anyone facing tough times, the question becomes, is this a punishment? Or could it be an opportunity, a chance to learn something vital? That reframe is huge.
It shifts everything from fear and resistance to curiosity and empowerment, approaching challenges as teachers.
Which leads to this idea of alchemy turning pain into power. And the first step seems to be acknowledging our shadows.
Yes. Those parts we ignore, fears, insecurities, traumas, bad habits, Buddhism sees them like clouds obscuring our true nature.
So we need to bring them into the light through things like journaling, therapy, meditation, make the unconscious conscious, like Jung said.
Otherwise, those hidden parts direct our lives without us realizing it. Awareness is the first step to integration and healing.
Then forgiveness. Such a big one. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving others.
Crucial. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, right? Forgiveness releases us.
Even if the behavior wasn't okay, it's about letting go of the anger's grip on us, dissolving those karmic knots.
Starting with self-forgiveness often opens the door to forgiving others. It's deep healing work.
And awareness needs action. Once we see areas for growth, we need to take bold steps in relationships, pursuing passions, self-care.
Small, consistent efforts compound. Awareness plus action equals transformation.
Let's touch on the Wheel of Dharma again. That symbol of Buddhist teachings' cyclical existence. Aligning with its universal laws helps transform karma.
Yes, understanding these underlying principles helps us live in greater harmony.
Like interdependence or dependent origination. Nothing is isolated. My actions affect the whole web. Harming others harms me.
Cultivating that awareness naturally leads to more compassion and better relationships.
And impermanence. Change is the only constant. Clinging causes suffering.
Embracing change, letting go of what needs to go, trusting new things can arise that brings ease.
And equanimity. Staying balanced amidst the ups and downs. Observing reactions without judgment.
That builds resilience and inner peace like nothing else.
These aren't just concepts, they're practical tools for navigating life. Living in sync with these principles naturally creates more positive karma, more happiness.
They provide a wise and compassionate framework for living.
You mentioned a karma reset ceremony earlier, a modern ritual for release and renewal. Can you walk us through that simply?
Sure. It's a personal ceremony to consciously let go and set new intentions. Find a quiet space, get a candle, paper, pen,
Okay.
light the candle. Reflect on what you want to release negative thoughts, beliefs, regrets, habits. Write them down specifically.
Get clear on what needs to go.
Then fold the paper and carefully burn it, maybe in a fireproof bowl. Visualize those burdens dissolving as it burns. Affirm you're starting fresh. You could say something like, I release what no longer serves me. I embrace new beginnings.
A powerful symbolic release.
Then close by, setting a positive intention for the future, a goal, a quality like courage or patience, maybe a prayer. Trust the universe supports your shift.
And this can be done anytime you feel stuck or need a reset.
Absolutely. It's a tool for consciously redirecting your energy whenever needed.
And it all comes back to that ripple effect.
Yeah.
Transforming our personal karma benefits the world.
Our inner shifts radiate outwards. Our actions, words, even our state of being can inspire others.
Imagine a world where everyone took responsibility for their karma. More compassion, cooperation, respect.
It starts with each of us. Like Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Embodying those positive values is the most powerful way to contribute.
Our lived example becomes a beacon.
So as we wrap up, it feels like life is this canvas and karma is the brushstroke. We can always choose to repaint.
Always. We hold the brush of intention.
So the question for everyone listening is, what kind of life do you want to create? More purpose, love, peace, prosperity, it is within reach.
It truly is, through conscious intention and action.
It starts with deciding to own your karma, to shape it according to your highest ideals. Remember, it's a journey, ups and downs are normal. Each step counts.
Every step taken with awareness and kindness brings you closer to your true potential and a life of deeper meaning. Keep going, trust the process.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into karma.
It's been a real pleasure sharing these ideas.
I hope the main takeaway is that feeling of empowerment. The power to shape your life lies in understanding and consciously guiding your actions, words, and thoughts.
Cultivating that mindful responsibility is the key to positive change.
So maybe take some time to reflect on your own karma mirror. Consider trying just one or two of the practical steps we talked about.
May your journey be filled with insight, growth, and increasing peace.
And one final thought to leave you with. Just consider how even one small shift in your intention today, right now, could create positive ripples you can't even foresee yet in your future and in the world. What single seed will you consciously plant today? We really encourage you to keep exploring these ideas.